Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel The Commerce Coach. And first of all, before starting the video, I must give you all of you means all of the viewers of basically who are watching this video that this video basically made upon all the facts, the relative facts issued by respective bodies, CM Institute and C Institute, and are based upon that fact only. Okay, and all the facts can be verified by the respective reports. Okay, so before starting, it is just a short disclaimer that do not get offended. It is a general advice for the student that are going to be appeared or that are confused in both of the courses like in CMA and CA. So I'm just giving them basically you can say a comparative analysis so that they can get through the courses and they can decide which is the best course for them. Okay, so let's start it. So today our topic is, as you have seen in the title and as seen in the thumbnail. So before starting, please must make sure that you subscribe the channel. You comment down your comment basically if you have any doubt, any query or anything else that I can help you with. Okay, like the video, share the video and comment your doubts. Okay, and tag me in the comment section to get the instant attention. Okay, see, so our today's topic of the discussion is CMA course and CA course. So we are comparing both of the course. Okay, basically the objective of comparison is not the superior and inferior things. The objective behind the comparison is to make sure that which is the best as per the interest of the student. At the end, student shall have to decide basically which course he has to go. That does not mean if he opts for CMA, the CA is worst course in the world. That does not mean. Okay, if he likes CMA course or he likes CA course, then it is of his wish. Okay, we can't basically deny that fact that a person is the last one who has to decide his career option. Okay, now before starting the video, I would like to share basically some of the things that are running in the market or basically in the students groups and all. Some very bad misconceptions or basically myths are there in the market. First myth, the superior myth, or the basically you can say very very common myth is there: CMA is easy and CA is hard. See, many students say basically or basically I have seen many of the students that they say, sir, we have given exam of CA foundation, then we came into CMA because we thought CMA is easier than CA. See, this is only a myth. Okay, this is only a myth. This is not a reality thing. Okay, nothing is harder than or nothing is easier than the previous professional course. Both are the both are the professional courses and none of them are easy to do. Okay, they have equal importance in their own areas. So let us clear first of all the myths, then we will be going to discussion. Deep discussion is there, don't worry. I will clear you every doubt that is coming into your mind which to go with like CA and CMA. So first myth, I want to clear that this is wrong, totally wrong. Okay, there is no such thing exist into the world that CMA is easier than CA. Okay, so if you google it, you will get a result that CMA is tougher, or basically might possible you will get a result CA is tougher than CMA. But it is the student that post or that basically creates that particular things on Google. Okay, please do verify the sources of that particular information. No wise person can ever basically do things like this, means saying that one course is superior and another one is inferior. Okay, so no wise person can do like this. Today also, sir, you are doing the same. So no, I am not doing the same thing. I am just explaining the benefits of each and every course. The end person shall have to decide which course to choose that suits basically you can say that suits his personality, his career option, his career plans best. CMA is harder than CA. It is also a myth. Both are the myths. Go for CMA over CA. No, it is also a myth. Okay, go for CA over CMA. See, before analyzing the things, you can't go to any option, right? That is why we are here. We are discussing the analysis basically. CA earns more than CMA. No, it is not the thing. Okay, sky is the limit for all the professional. Let it be CA, CMA, CS. Every professional has its own capacities, own skills and own earning capacity. Okay, that is not the profession. Okay, You can't basically make label profession. CA is a profession, okay? CMA is a profession, not professional. So professionals are there who are liable, not profession. So you can't say that CMS earn less or CA earn less. That is not the case. If a professional is earning less than another professional, that is his mistake, or that might be not his mistake, but he is lacking somewhere, right? He can improve himself and he can earn better than the person he thinks that he earns more than him. Okay, CMA earns more than CA. No, this is not the case. So these are all the myths. CA can do what CMA does, means like CA can do everything that a CMA can do. So it is also myth. Okay, so basically the task of CA and CMA are different. Okay, that should be basically taken care differently. And a CA basically you can say can do the task to a certain limit, and same applies to CMA. CMA can do the task to a certain limit only, not fully. Okay, in the same way CMA can do what CA does. No, it is not possible. See, Parliament has created both of the bodies like CMA for and CA. We will discuss it later on in details. First, let me clear all the myths. All the matter of income tax shall be done by or handled by CA. No, I would like to tell you that most of the students just see, everybody knows that from a decade now, basically from a long time, we have debates that in accountant definition, CMA shall be inserted, because in as per income tax act only in accountant definition CAs are there, not CMA. Basically that particular provision is for something else. Return of income means ITR. Okay, ITR can be prepared by anyone, like the assessee himself can prepare it. Okay, so that means a CMA can also prepare a ITR, not only CA. When it comes to audit and things, then in that particular case CA is entitled and the power has been given under the income tax act to CA only. Okay, so that is not the thing that all the income tax cases shall be handled by CA, not at all. Okay, CMA is also there who are practicing into direct taxation field. CA are of more knowledge and skills than rubbish things are there. Okay, see, that is not my thoughts, that is has been collected from the students groups and all discussion. No scope of CMA in future. See, as you know, basically to clear out the things, CMAs are basically, you can say by the name, cost and management accountant. See, cost and management are two different things, and these are the vital components of an organization, right? An organization must basically have good management and all the plannings according to its cost. So in the future scenario, if we see, and in the current scenario as well, India is a developing country. So in this current scenario, industries are developing. So in that particular case, CMA would be demanded high numbers than now. Less opportunity for CMAs in market? No, it is not the case. Okay, equal opportunities are there if you are good. If you are not good, everything is wrong, everything is against you if you are not so good, and so much more myths are there. Please don't believe on that before verifying it with a logical source. See, I have also discussed it with the students of CA and CMA. See, I am also a student of both of the courses, CMA and CA. I didn't feel at any point of my time, see, I didn't feel like this, that this course is better than that course. I had that basically curiosity to do everything. That is why I have enrolled in both of the courses, not due to that CA superior, CMA is inferior. My students say, sir, we failed many times in CA, that is why we taken admission in CMA. Sir, then you are gonna fail in CMA as well, because both are the professional courses. That is not a thing that you pass somewhere else and you failed somewhere else and you are coming into this course and you are thinking that you will pass. No, it is not the case, sir. Even though, suppose you have passed in basically you got failed in CA foundation. Let's take a real example. Okay, a student was there, he was failed multiple times into CA foundation, then he gave CMA foundation, and basically he cleared out the CMA foundation. I told him, sir, CMA foundation is relatively much easier. Why? Because CMA foundation just treated as an entrance test for CMA course. Don't make it at par, means take the whole course. Like if you are taking CMA versus CA, so take the whole course, right? You must know the whole course risk and rewards, not only foundation. You are more to go. Okay, a lot of stages are there. As you know, under the new syllabus of Chartered Accountancy course, CA Foundation has been introduced. Earlier it was CPT. So CPT was easier than CA Foundation. Everybody knows that. Why? Because now they have restricted the entry. So that the pure student only come to the picture. But CMA Foundation is relatively, basically they have institute itself treated as enter test only, and not so much relevance has been given to CMA Foundation. That is why there is no ranking system into CMA Foundation. Okay sir, so don't treat the course onto one level only, just see out all the levels. Okay, throughout the course what you have to do. It can happen that CMA Foundation is very easy, but inter and final you will stuck. Then what will you do? So your planning will be like, sir, if I pass foundation, then what will I do? In the same case, if you pass CA Foundation even, then what you will do in inter and final? So you must see whole context of the course. Now core areas, we are discussing about core areas. Core areas, first of all, cost accounting. For CMS, cost accounting, management accounting, cost audit exclusively for CMS. Corporate reporting, basically we are here to report basically in companies, basically we report about financial and all. Okay, we can do the work of GST audit and everything. We are basically registered valuers under the act. And we can also see an upcoming area, or basically evolving area, IBC. Okay, Indian Bankruptcy Code, but that is not what I have added here. Okay, that is evolving now. That is why I have not added into core areas. See, these are the core areas. You are not restricted to these area only. You can have practice into the areas which are not your core areas, right? Which are your subsidiary areas. But that is what you have as core areas. Means you are expert into this. You are master of this. Means you have learnt everything about these subjects. Other subjects you can do practice and you can polish yourself, your skills, right? Now if we come at CA, what are some of the core areas for CA? First of all, the core area for CA is accounting. Every kind of accounting can be done by CA, like bookkeeping, from bookkeeping till every accounting, means every kind of accounting. Okay, including cost accounting, management accounting can be done by CAs. Okay, because they have knowledge of full accounting. From the very beginning they are taught like this to know the accounting. See, basically in a nutshell we can say CMA is a specialist of cost and management accounting, or these core areas, whereas CMA is a general physician, whereas CA is a general physician, like he can do everything but little bit. Like we have basically proverb in English, like you can say jack of all and master of none. Okay, so that is the case of CA in the case of cost accounting only. Okay, CA is no cost accounting, but not as compared to CMA, because CMS has its core area as cost accounting. Now CA accounting, CA can do accounting, every kind of accounting they can do. Second thing, financial reporting. Okay, when whereas CMS are doing only corporate reporting, means they are in company and they are reporting to their management. Now CA can do financial reporting of every kind of thing, like basically in companies and everywhere where financial reporting is required. Now CAs are also basically now included into finance sector, like in banking sector they are appointed, and so on. Audit, they can do the audit, like various audit they can do, like they can do financial audit, tax audit, GST audit, okay, concurrent audit, forensic audit, stock audit, and so on. Income tax, so basically this is the main area of CAs. The main area of CAs is accounting, auditing, and income tax, or basically you can say taxation is the core area. Accounting, audit, and taxation is the core area for CAs. So income tax is exclusively for CA. You can say, for the sake of now, the debate is still running on. Let's see what happens in the future, but still a debate is running that CMA will get the chance to do much into income tax field. Let's see what happens, but now for the sake of now, income tax is in the hand of CA. Only CA is entitled to do income tax related matters, not fully, but when it basically crosses some extent, like when you are required to do, basically have audit under the income tax act, then you require a CA. Now GST, they can do also the work of GST, means they can do the work of taxation overall, DACT and INDACT both. Okay, so these are the core areas. Okay, I am again saying these are the core areas for both of the profession, not restricted to these areas only. Okay, and also it can be possible that there are all means more subsidy areas, like CMA can also in some of the cases do stock audit, concurrent audit. They can also do some of the things in some of the special cases. Okay, there are CMAs are appointed by NABARD. Okay, also in more of the cases, okay, the areas may differ according to your interest. You can develop your interest. Now levels and duration, this is the very important thing that you have to take in mind. Now first of all, for foundation you have to give 9 months for both of the courses, like after clearing out your 12th it is, right? So we are starting with the very beginning, like after clearing your 12th class examination in basically March, you will start with April. Okay, so April, May, June, July, August. So first exam would be for CA it would be into November. Okay, it would be on to November, and for CMA it would be into December. You will not get chance to basically sit into the examination of June and May. Why? Because you have itself cleared the exam into March session. That is why you are in April almost. So in 2 months or 3 months you can't prepare for foundation. That is why you will take around 9 months for foundation. Then you will come into inter. Okay, the new students, then in inter you will require 15 months of compulsory training under CMA course, right? 15 months of compulsory training. After 15 months of training, you will undergo the examination process, which will take again 6 months. Now for CA you will require 30 months of industrial training compulsory. Okay, then it shall require almost 9 months to undergo the process of basically you can say examination. Why, sir? Because you take some time. Basically the training for CA is 2.5 years. Okay, that is 30 months. The training period usually ends where you are not eligible to appear into May exam. That is why you appear into November exam, which again takes you 9 months to appear. Okay, now in final you will require 9 months, and here also you will require 9 months after training period. Okay, so the duration here is around 5 years. In CA it is around 5 year, okay. If you say basically if you see it correctly, it will be 4.75, but we are taking margin, so that basically you must be struggling for trading, and you not struggling, basically you will be choosing over the training, means I have to train into that field. Okay, so you will be might possible searching for the firms or companies that you are your dream company or your dream firm. Okay, now in this you can see 3 years approx are there. So 2-year difference is there, huge difference is there. Okay, this is a lot of difference. You can see approx 3 year and approx 5 year. So 2 year you can save if you are going with CMA, and you can basically have more practical exposure in training period if you go with CA. So they have then their own advantages. So as advantages I said, we will go on to next thing, pass percentage. That is the best advantage for you, like how much students were passed by the institute in recent attempt. The attempt data is taken from June 19 and November 19 examination. Okay, under new syllabus only. So see, we have group 1 and group 2 in inter, group 3 and group 4 in final, group 1 group 2 in inter, group 3 group 4 in final, CA final. Okay, new syllabus only, not old syllabus. So as you can see, the pass percentage for CMA group 1 is 18.62 percentage. Okay, so 18.62 percentage of students were passed into group 1. Group 1 means they have only given group 1, and who gave group 2 only were passed 40% pass rate, means high percentage is there in group 2, relatively less in group 1 in CMA. So this is for CMA. Okay, see, if you talk about CA, then you can see whosoever gives first group has a relatively high percentage than CMA according to the attempt of June and November of 2019. Okay, so in June 19 and November 19, CA students who were enrolled in new course of CA were passed 22% as compared to CMA 18%. So we can conclude according to this data that pass percentage in CMA is relatively tight, okay, than CA. As you know that in new course of CA the percentage has been increased, whereas in IPCC it was so much low. Now in group 2 40% is there in CMA, but you can see 17% only there in CA. So again, first point CMA was prevailing, and second point CA is prevailing. So they have their own advantages and backlogs. Okay, so basically now see both groups. CMA has passed in both groups 18%. CAs has passed 14% only. So now we can say that whosoever gives both group into CA, the percentage is relatively lesser than the CMA one. So the result is tight in CA. If you are giving both group, then as compared to CMA, you will look forward for the tighter result. Okay, this is the data based upon June 19, November 19 attempt. Now group 3 for final 13%. And see, basically we have to see the final things. Final data means how much qualified CMAs or how much qualified CAs are producing the institute, is being produced by the institute. See, in group 3 who gave only group 3, here 13%, here 17%. Okay, here 27%, here 28%. Okay, so you can see in CMA final you are seeing that the pass percentages are relatively less than CA. In intermediate it was less in CA, but in final it is less in CMA. That is why I told you that please see the whole context of the course. It might possible that somewhere CMAs are basically allowed for easier studies than CA, but at the end or after completing the course, or if you look for the overall course context, you will find that both of the courses are equal if we complete it. Okay, a lot of students are there in foundation and they are saying that CMA is easy, CA is easy. See, you are in foundation only or you are in intel only. Please complete at least your intermediate, then you will basically see out the real opportunities available into market when you will going for the industrial training. Okay, you have not seen anything about your profession now, so you have no right to comment over any profession or even your profession, because that is not your profession now. You just has entered into the course. Once you basically entered, you have to study only. Okay, after passing all the stages you get a right to say about your profession, because now it is your profession and you have full knowledge about it. I'm not saying that you are wrong, but having full knowledge is better than having wrong knowledge, right? Now both group, who has given both group has result of 15.91%, and who has given the both group for CA final is basically 15.12%. Approx the result is same. So as you can see at the end what we have seen, the final produced qualified CMAs and CAs are equal as in percentage, approx equal. Okay, so at the end both of the courses are professional. Okay, now salary packages, most important thing, based upon fact released by respective institute. As you know, press releases are issued by the institute after campus placement, so data has been taken from there only. See, the average package for CMA, qualified CMA, is 3.5 lakh to 6 lakhs. That is average. Okay, and if you talk about CA, it is 5 lakh to 7 lakhs or almost 7.5 lakhs. Maximum the campus placement was offered 20 lakhs and maximum 22.50 lakhs. Okay, also in CA they were basically they have written about the international packages, but I have not mentioned international packages here, because as against international packages of CA, we do not have any international package of CMA as per the report of the institute. That is why for having the same base of comparison, I have taken all the data as domestic placement only. Okay, so sir, you can see there are not so much differences under the salary packages. And also you must consider the duration. In CMA you are qualified under the 3 years, right? So you have 2 years. In 2 years, can't you grow from 6 lakh to 10 lakh or somewhere around 11 lakh? Can't you grow? Means not so much. This is so much. If you are very outstanding, then you can do this. If you are average, then also you can do it 8 lakh. Means the courses are same. If you complete CA in 5 years, okay, and you are completing CMA in 3 years, so after completing CMA you will be working for 2 years, then your promotion would be there. So after 5 years CA is coming, and after 5 year, okay, 3 year of course and 2 year of practice, you will be at the same point, right? So he is qualifying the course in 5 year, and you have qualified before 2 years. Now you are a working professional and at the same level. So means they both provide a framework, different framework basically, but the ultimate result is same. Now issues, what are the issues? Okay, this is the last thing that I have to discuss with you, then we will end up the session. What are the issues? CMAs, most of the CMAs struggle with for articleship. Why? As you can see, CMS are basically appointed onto top-notch positions like CFOs of the company, and recently basically we have seen that uh, in stock exchanges also we have seen CMS appointed. So the problem is that now CMAs are appointed onto top-notch positions, or they are at very less level, means in the middle based organization they are not hired, or basically there are no CMS seen in middle term, or basically middle sector. Like in MSMEs we can't see many of the CMS recruitment. Why? Because CMS are only recruited when a certain turnover limit has been threshold limit has been crossed. So that is why most of the companies do not basically hire a CMA until unless they cross the limit. See, CMA work is not basically a legal work. It is not based upon only cost audit, is based upon a certain limit, but not the management and the cost accounting work. Okay, see, so cost accounting is the opinion of the company that they can have it, or they basically opt to not have it. Okay, but for financial accounting they must do it, right? Because they have to know the profit or loss. So in this way we can see more CAs in the company, more you can see most commonly, and CMA you can see rarely. So the first issue in CMA you will certainly face is struggle for articleship, because everybody thinks that I must do articleship in a good place. So for that you will have to look and you have to struggle for it. Even into metro cities like Delhi, Kolkata, you will have to struggle for it. Okay, if you are living into a state where less practices are there for CMA or less companies are there, then you will have to struggle a lot. Quality of study mat can be improved. Okay, it is just a suggestion, not a issue basically, but we can take it as a issue. Like in study material there are a lot of errors into numerical questions still, and the institute has improved its material. In this edition we can see the motto of the institute at the front page. Earlier it was not printed on any book, but now they are printing. Very good. But see, whatever the content has been there into the chapter, they must basically present it with the help of flow charts, or basically diagrams, like we can see into the study material of chartered accountancy course. Okay, you can compare both of the material, then you will see that is not a thing. That does not say the course is worst, the CMA is bad, CA is best, and CMA is basically low so course. This is not the thing. I'm talking about only the study material, not the profession. Okay, the study material designed into the chartered accountancy course is having more graphs, more presentation, more presented views, having summary at the end of each and every chapter, so it is more easier for the student to study the concepts, which is not present into CMA study materials. So in this case CA takes edge over CMA. Now see, CA, in CA you can see in articleship, you will certainly see that the stipend is very low. Stipend is the amount paid by your principal, or basically where do you work, paid by your worker. It ranges from 1500 to 2500 or 3000 or 5000 for first year. For second year 5000 is a lot. If you are getting 5000 it is a lot. Okay, because I have my personal experience. Even if you are hired into big fours or somewhere, means very big MNCs, then you can expect 7 to 10,000. If you are hired in some firms, then you can expect 1500 to 2000 or 3000 only. That is not a problem in CMA, because CMA Institute has defined the stipend. If you are hired in a company, then it is 10,000 fixed. Basically when CMAs are hired in a company, they are provided with 22,000. Like in recent basically they have recent recruitment was there from Indian Oil, so they have basically appointed CMA intern for accounts officer at 22,000 for 1 year of articleship. In CA course you will see undue hardship over students. As you have seen that you might have listened that recently we were having protest against the ICI. Why? Because they were checking the papers. Basically they were checking papers wrongly. Even if the student has written the right answer, they were marking it as wrong and deducting the marks. So there was an incident, I guess 1 year or 2 year back. Most of the students who checked their result at the night, they were passed, but when they checked the result in the morning, they were failed. So that is the incident that has already happened. See, suppose about that student who was a chartered accountant last night, but on the morning he is still a final student now. So it hurts, right? So that is why undue hardship is there. Undue hardship, basically you can say that institute is improving itself. Let's see how much does it take. So that's all, guys. I hope you will decide now which one suits you best according to the features and everything, okay, that I told you already. So with this, let's end up the session and take care.